a year from now, if I'm honest with myself. Welcome to the new series, Intimate with the Filmer. There's the footage I show you, and then there's everything underneath it. This is that part, unfiltered, unscripted, straight from the internal world. So I've been thinking a lot about what kind of content would I want to share outside of expectations, algorithms, and needing to perform for likes, for growth, for anything. And honestly, amongst the chaos, it's kind of been hard to really just clear all that away and get clear on what I want to share with the world if no one was watching. And I really want to help people on their journey to freedom or to live their dream life, whatever that might look like. But recently, I've kind of had this revelation that my version of freedom holds a lot of responsibility, and we'll get more into that. But I don't want this curated feed. I want to be authentic and in a beautiful way still, because as a cinematographer or a filmer, beauty and capturing the essence of beauty is really important in the process for me. So I want to go slow format, long format. I want to get intimate with you guys, and I love watching that content because I like getting inside of the minds of people who might be where I am or like where I'm going as well. And, you know, I might not be this CEO millionaire, but I have really big dreams, and I really do believe that I will get there one day. So so whether this finds itself on YouTube or Instagram, I want it to be themed around leaving Margaret River, leaving the southwest of Western Australia, and the version of me who had to die along that process, and the perspectives that needed to shift to really move forward and take that leap. Yeah, guys, I am really excited for this series. So I wrote a few questions that I'm going to answer, and I like the questions, but I haven't answered them outside of on camera, so it'll be quite raw. So I'm moving for a job, but also just like, oh, my phone. So I'm moving across the country, and there was a catalyst for me doing that. And it was this perspective shift that I couldn't unsee. And it was confronting because I've been living in the southwest in Margaret River for like 7 years, and it's been such a beautiful experience, and it's allowed me to just like come and go with travel and have a really safe base. Like the forest around there is just, it's really easy to have a regulated nervous system, and I just had the most beautiful rental for the last 6 months, like sauna, just wellness space, and pretty much had the house to myself. And so that is extremely, extremely hard to let go of, because it's like, I couldn't imagine a better rental in the bush, fireplace, you know, me, but like a 3-bedroom house with a sauna and ice bath. But we're letting go. I leave in 2 weeks. I'm not sure if I'll already be there by the time you see this video. But yeah, so questions. What version of me is dying by leaving this place? I would say a part of me has already died. Talking about death and rebirth within oneself, I am a believer that we are constantly evolving and our soul is always changing and shifting and becoming new versions of ourselves. So a part of me that is dying would be, I think my priorities have really shifted. Like career has, and I've always been a big dreamer, but I feel like it was kind of like okay that I hadn't like put it at top priority. And I really feel like my experimental, what am I want to do, who am I, it's okay, I can just travel and that's fulfilling enough right now, has kind of really died. And that perspective shift that I talked about is just like my career is like one, like one, and anything that is feeding into that, like, you know, really elevating myself to be able to hold a career and elevating my nervous system to be able to like keep that career at, you know, in the place that I would like. So that's what's dying. I feel like I was very much happy just like adventure and explore and like the forest and surfing and like kind of could work jobs that like were somewhat in alignment, but just, yeah, it was kind of like semi-okay with not giving my career my all just in that moment. So what am I actually running from and what am I running towards? Are they the same thing? So I felt like I needed to address this because I feel like anytime you move anywhere, or maybe it's just like a internal thing, I feel like people always like, are you running from something? So I'm like, let's address it. So what am I running from? I think I am, but in a positive light. And I think that will link in with the next question, that I am running from a version of myself that if I stay will be the natural progression. And yeah, I feel like that will be addressed in the next question. What am I running towards? I'm running towards like more possibility and like more growth and being the small fish in the big pond and learning more and just, yeah, being surrounded by like more creatives, more brands, more filmers, like, and in the space that I want to be in as well. Like there is amazing creatives in the Southwest, but I feel like I really love like brand storytelling, campaigns, like, and yeah, I feel like there is a space there. A lot of the brands I already work with, actually, I bring them like over to the West Coast and shoot there, or like bring them to Indonesia, and it seems like there's a bit more of a hub there for like really cool brands that align with me. So running towards that. It's kind of funny, I feel like possibility though is like subjective, because, you know, if I wanted to do like tourism or something, like work for Tourism WA, like I feel like that would be my next natural progression if I stayed in WA. But yeah, I'm not really feeling that. So if I stayed, who would I become in 5 years? Do I already know that person? So I think when my mind started searching for options about like what the next step was, it was related to career, and either I was going to start Altaline like in Western Australia, but I really realized just binging CEO, founder, business owner books that you really want like a stable income for like the first 2 years. And I could do anything, right, full time, but I just really feel like it's going to be a lot better if I put my time into like what I'm good at and what I love. So I started applying for like lots of jobs, some remote, and just slowly start to notice like on the Gold Coast / that East Coast Byron area, there were so many jobs. There was like one I would want to work like a week popping up. And so I was like, whoa, okay, like, and in that time in Western Australia, like in the Southwest, there was like one which like wasn't really aligned. But so yeah, if I stayed, who would I become in 5 years? I would probably settle and like, either I'd probably end up working the mines and then starting Ultraline off that money. I honestly think that's probably what would have happened. Or yeah, that's honestly, I feel like what would have happened, because I was just like, I'm not going back to like a shitty job. I just like I was like, my skills are so much more useful somewhere else. So if I stayed for 5 years, I think I would just have gone to the mines and then built Ultraline, which is not so bad of an alternative, but I really want to grow in film and also see like, get even more knowledge about how business runs and get behind the scenes, which I am getting to do, which is really exciting. A year from now, what do I want to be able to say my reality is? I think I have another film project that I'm working on at the end of the year, and I'm really, really enjoying kind of having a lot of creative freedom with films. A year from now, if I'm honest with myself, I would really love to have like a larger following on social media. And I think just because it allows a lot more freedom to travel and do your job. And I'd love YouTube to definitely have grown, more long format, and I'd love to be doing just like films and have a year from now, I'd love to have like Ultraline started, like maybe launch the first range and then gained a lot more experience working in another business and seeing the behind the scenes. And yeah, I'd love to, unrelated to business as well. I feel like this is very business because like of the move that I'm making and stuff, but unrelated to business, I'd also really love to have gone to Japan, Morocco would be on the list, and just surfed my brains out. I think I'm really excited to just like have a home where I don't really need to surf in a full wetsuit. Like I can do springy most of the time. So yeah. But that's the little series of getting intimate with me. It's cozy, some candles, some cacao. And yeah, thanks guys. I'm really excited because I have the best camera on earth at the moment, and I'm like using it. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to create with this thing. So thanks so much for coming along.